As organizations migrate workloads to Azure, controlling outbound internet connectivity becomes increasingly important. Azure NAT Gateway provides secure, scalable, and highly available outbound internet access for resources deployed within virtual networks. The Standard V2 NAT Gateway offers improved performance, enhanced resiliency, and better management capabilities compared to previous versions. In this video, we will walk through the process of creating a Standard V2 NAT Gateway. Hello everyone, I hope you are all doing well. I'm Manhar and welcome back to MSFT WebCast. Azure NAT Gateway is a fully managed network address translation service that enables outbound internet connectivity for Azure resources located in a virtual network. Instead of assigning public IP addresses to individual virtual machines, Azure NAT Gateway allows multiple resources to share one or more public IP addresses for outbound traffic while keeping the resources private. Azure NAT Gateway dynamically allocates secure NAT ports to automatically scale outbound connectivity and minimize the risk of secure NAT port exhaustion. Azure supports two types of NAT gateways, Standard and Standard V2. The Standard NAT Gateway is deployed in a single availability zone and provides scalable outbound connectivity for subnets within a single virtual network. Standard V2 is zone redundant, meaning it provides outbound connectivity across all availability zones in a region rather than a single zone. It also offers higher throughput than the standard SKU and supports IPv6 connectivity and flow logging. Let's create a Standard V2 NAT Gateway in the Azure portal. For this demo, a virtual network with a subnet and a test virtual machine have already been created. Open your preferred web browser, navigate to portal.azure.com and sign in with your Azure account. In the search bar at the top of the portal, type Virtual Network. Under Services, select Virtual Networks. This is the test virtual network that will be used in this demonstration. Open the Virtual Networks Properties page. Expand Settings and click on Subnets. This is the test subnet that will be used in this demonstration. Under Virtual Networks, click on NAT Gateways. No NAT Gateway instance is currently present in the Azure environment. Click on Create. Keep the default or select a different subscription. Choose the resource group where you want to create the NAT Gateway resource. You can also create a new one by selecting the Create New option. Specify a meaningful name for the NAT Gateway resource. For example, AZ-104-GW01. Select the region where your virtual network resides. We'll keep the AZ region selected. We have two options under SKU. When selecting Standard, you can either specify an availability zone or choose None to allow Microsoft to assign the zone automatically. If you have other resources that you plan to use with this NAT Gateway, it's recommended that you match the zone of those resources. If you don't see Standard V2, it's likely the region you selected doesn't support the Standard V2 NAT Gateway. Selecting Standard V2 removes the zone options. That's because it's zone redundant by default. We'll leave the ideal timeout set to 4 and go next to outbound IP. We can add a single IP address or an IP address prefix. Select Add Public IP Addresses or Prefixes. Click on Create a new public IP prefix. A prefix provides multiple public IP addresses as a contiguous block of addresses. Use this option if you have many resources behind the NAT Gateway and may run out of SNAT ports. The Standard V2 NAT Gateway can scale up to 16 public IP addresses. Let's cancel that and select a single public IP. A single public IP address can handle just over 64,000 source NAT ports. The drop-down menu displays a list of IP addresses that can and cannot be associated with the NAT Gateway. The public IP must use the Standard V2 SKU. Standard public IPs are not supported. In this example, we will create a new public IP. If new is selected from the list, the name cannot be modified. close the list to continue. Click on Create a public IP address. Enter a descriptive name for the public IP address. For example, East-US PIP01. Ensure IP version 4 is selected. Keep the remaining options as default and then select OK. Click on Save. Click Next to continue. Select an existing virtual network and subnet to associate with the Standard V2 NAT Gateway. From the drop-down menu, select the existing test virtual network. From the subnet drop-down menu, select one or more subnets to associate. Select the required virtual network and subnets. Let's move on to tags. Add tags as needed. When you are ready, click Next to continue. Azure will validate the selected options and values. Once validation passes, click Create. The NAT Gateway resource is created and deployed within a few seconds. Wait for the deployment process to complete. The deployment is complete and didn't take long. Let's go to Resource. Here's the newly deployed Standard V2 NAT Gateway. In the Overview tab, we can view its details. Notice that it shows the location where it is deployed, including the availability zones and the SKU, which is Standard V2. Expand Settings and click on Outbound IP. This page displays the public IP address associated with the NAT Gateway. Now down the public IP address, go to the other tab where the virtual machines page is open in the Azure portal. Note that the public IP address is not associated with this test virtual machine. Open the virtual machines properties page and review the networking section. A public IP address is visible here and it is assigned through the NAT Gateway we just deployed. The test VM can now access outbound networks through the Standard V2 NAT Gateway. The Standard V2 NAT Gateway provides a reliable and scalable solution for outbound internet connectivity while keeping Azure resources private and secure. This is how you can quickly deploy and configure a Standard V2 NAT Gateway in Azure. That's all for this video. I hope you found this video helpful and informative. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos on Microsoft Azure and other Microsoft related topics. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day.